Hello, hello, my friends. I have a fun Kringle / country candle haul to share with you guys today. Now, before I dive into this video, I did want to let you guys know that there's absolutely no PR in this video. These were candles that I purchased with my own money. These are a couple of the new country candles that were released about 2 weeks ago. And I'm also sharing with you some 3 wicks that I decided to purchase back, gosh, it feels like forever ago, when they had the Memorial Day sale going on. They had 50% off on a lot of their 3-wick candles, and I went ahead and repurchased a couple of favorite candles that I've had in the past, and I also used it as an opportunity to buy a couple of new fragrances that I have never had before. So I'm excited to share this all with you guys. I really wanted to focus especially on some of the country candles that I purchased because those are part of the summer limited edition. As of this morning, when I checked the website, these candles are still currently in stock. So I thought that I would share my thoughts with you guys because I do know that, especially if you've been watching any of my reviews or some of the other ambassadors' reviews for the lineup of the reserve candles that are coming out tomorrow, there's been a lot of talk about the wicks, and so I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of feedback there as well. So also, I've been having microphone issues, so I am just relying on the sound of my iPhone, which is what I film on, and my children are home, so if you hear a little pitter patter or background noise, that would be why. So enough with this introduction. Let's go ahead and dive into the candles that I purchased. As always, everything that I am talking about will be listed and linked in the description box down below, as well as with timestamps. But let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and talk about these candles. So I'm going to go ahead and start out with, first I need to itch my nose real quick there. Second, now I can talk about the blood orange. And the reason why I don't have the lid on this one right now is because I actually just extinguished this candle about 30 minutes ago. And this 100% soy wax, it takes a little bit longer to solidify after it's been burning. So I don't have the lid on yet just because I didn't want to like pull off the lid and splash wax everywhere. So this is blood orange. So I will insert some B-roll here so that way you can see what this candle looks like. The fragrance notes on blood orange are orange, juicy fruit, grapefruit, lemon, and lemonade. So this candle I was really intrigued by because I do love the way that Kringle typically does orange fragrances. Now, I did burn this one for the first time this morning, and I will tell you that while I do get orange in here, I detect some of that grapefruit note as well. It definitely comes through upon burn. It's a very fresh, zesty, citrus type of scent. I don't really smell lemonade, like there's nothing really sugary to this fragrance to me, but I do detect a little bit of lemon and grapefruit in here. If I can be 100% honest with you guys, I think my favorite orange fragrance from Kringle is their Reserve orange fragrance. I think that one is probably my favorite of all of the orange scents that are, I don't want to say currently available. I do love Away in a Manger. That one is kind of like more in the winter time. That's like a winter orange. But in terms of like this time of year, my favorite orange fragrance right now from Kringle is their Reserve orange fragrance. I don't think this one outshines that because that fragrance to me is definitely more of like a pure, like juicy orange fragrance. This to me, I think it's the grapefruit in here. It's not that I don't like it. I like it, but I don't think it would be a fragrance that I just feel like I need backups upon backups of. I like it. It blends well with a lot of other fragrances that are currently in my collection. I really wasn't home a lot while I was burning this candle this morning. I lit it. I did have people home. I don't just leave it burning unattended. And I did smell it. I was burning it in my bedroom, and it was definitely filling it up. But again, you guys, this is not your dedicated post-burn review on it. The scent was noticeable. I like it. There's something about it. I think it's the grapefruit in here. It's not a repackage and it's not the same, but if you happen to like their Essentials candle, which is very similar to, say, Sunwashed Citrus, Yankees Iced Berry Lemonade, it's not the same fragrance, but it's kind of, I feel like, a distant cousin to that fragrance. I like it, but it's not going, I get more grapefruit and lemon out of this than I do really orange. So it's more of like just a citrus fragrance to me, but otherwise it's good. I will also include some B-roll in here of what it looked like when it was burning. The wicks here, I did have this candle burning for about 4 hours today, and the B-roll that I shot was after about right before I extinguished it, so it was at about that 4-hour mark. You can see that there are some carbon balls at the end of the wick here. But it wasn't giving any kind of like sootiness or puffs of smoke. But again, they were burning, I want to say hot, but not like, I didn't smell anything scorched or anything with it. I know I touched on this in some of the Kringle Reserve reviews that I've been doing this week. I think a lot of us want, in an ideal perfect world, we just want candles that we would just set and forget and not have to do any maintenance on. But the truth of the matter is that sometimes we do have to do maintenance, meaning that we need to trim wicks. We always, you guys, anytime you have an open flame in your home, you do need to keep an eye on them. I don't care what brand they're from or how well that brand has performed for you in the past. Always keep an eye on any time you have an open flame in your home. So I will say that these wicks, well, the one I'm gonna tell you, yeah, they're gonna need like just a little bit of trimming, but I didn't find that they were like dangerous or burning so hot that I had to extinguish them right away. All right, the other fragrance that I purchased was Pina Colada. So the fragrance notes on Pina Colada are coconut, pineapple, orange, vanilla, and island breeze. Oh, the pour date on this one is May 10th of 2024. So again, these are fairly recent pours. And I will tell you guys, I'll insert a picture here of what the wicks look like after the burn. So I burned this candle one time yesterday. I burned it for about 3 hours. And you can see here that the wicks on this one, they are not looking as thick or carbony, I guess, as the one on Blood Orange. This candle, when I lit it up in my living room, I felt like, I don't want to say that the fragrance got lost. Also, I will always say most candles on the first burn, I never really gauge the actual like potential of what their strength and throw is going to be. The first burn, it's usually just trying to like come together and probably get over the trauma of being in a probably nicer climate like Massachusetts and then being shipped to a place like Arizona, which is the surface of the sun right now. So I do give them a little bit of grace usually for like the first 3 burns in. This fragrance to me is definitely more pineapple forward than it is coconut. However, very, very authentic to what a pina colada is. Like, I feel like I could stick a straw in this and just drink it. I do love me a good pina colada. And that is what I smell. So when I burned this one yesterday in the living room, which is more open concept, I will say that I wasn't detecting it as much. However, I don't think I would have detected any fragrance at that point because I was crocking my, the Goose Creek Key Lime Cake Pop. I'll do a review on that candle at some point, but that candle did end up going into my candle crock, and it was so strong that like I had that in my bedroom and it was taking over all the way out here in the living room. So nothing would have stood a chance with that. I recognized that. I moved this pina colada over into my daughter's bedroom, and it performed really well in there. It was strong. It filled up that room. It wasn't headache inducing, but it was borderline like, oh, this is a very, very sweet fragrance. But if you're curious what this one smells like, it's definitely more pineapple forward. I do get a little bit of creaminess of coconut in there, almost like a frothy, like, whatever they're saying island breeze is, maybe to emulate like the not the island breeze. Island breeze would probably just make you think of being on a vacation, but there's a little bit of vanilla in here, but it's very, very authentic. If you know what a pina colada smells like, this is pretty authentic. That's what it smells like. And then the other fragrance that I purchased from the limited edition lineup is Banana Bread, and I also did light this one up for the first time this morning. I only burned it for about 2 hours because I was on a little bit of a time crunch. Fragrance notes on this are banana bread, vanilla, homemade bread, so very basic listing there. And again, I'll insert some B-roll of how the candle was burning when I had it burning. This candle, to me, I like it. I like it a lot. Now, the banana note that I get in here is very similar to the banana note that is in Fruit and Flakes. So if you happen to like that fragrance, they're not the same fragrance. Do they complement each other very well? Yes, they did. In fact, that was the other fragrance that I was burning. I was burning that out in my living room this morning. I lit this one up in my bedroom. This one filled up my bedroom. It threw all the way into the master bedroom as well. And it was, I mean, it was definitely a noticeable fragrance. It was also starting to throw outside of the bedroom, which tells me that this candle is at least going to be at least a 7 in terms of strength and throw, because I usually limit a candle at like a 5 or a 6 if it only stays within my bedroom. But if I can smell it when I'm burning it in the bedroom, outside of the bedroom, I know that it's usually going to project a little bit better than that. Really nice fragrance. I do get, I really like this one. I do get some of that sweetness of a banana bread. I do bake banana bread. In fact, I made some the other day when these were delivered. Oh, I really like this. This is one that I actually would probably consider purchasing another one of. Great combination this morning that I was burning was this one, and then I had Fruit and Flakes going out here, and what other fragrance did I have? Oh, Bath and Body Works Hummingbird Tea Cake. I had that one burning. So if you wanted like an all over home effect, really nice. But the banana note is known in here, but it reminds me a lot of the banana note that I smell in Fruit and Flakes. I really like it. It's a good gourmand, very well done, very authentic. So I will keep burning that one. I love banana fragrances, banana gourmands, particularly in the summertime. And then I wanted to share with you guys a country candle that I actually have had my eye on for almost a year. I've had it in a daylight, and then I was waiting for them to reformulate it into the large jars. If you are unfamiliar with country candle, they used to be in a paraffin wax formula, and then in early 2023, KRINGLE decided to move away from the paraffin wax and decided to convert that to their 100% soy wax. Now it is in their KRINGLE line, the 100% soy wax is in a white wax. These are still colored wax colors, so I think that they're still, you know, trying to perfect that formula. But the fragrance that I decided to purchase is Golden Tobacco, and this was more so because I have this in mind for fall and winter. The fragrance notes on this candle are tobacco, cedarwood, cypress, pepper, amber, what is that? Oil bonum? Sandalwood, leather, suede, sweet incense. So if you are somebody who likes kind of more like masculine fragrances, this is not very like cologne-y to my nose though. This is really good. Like I said, I purchased this in a daylight at first. I do get the tobacco, but this is like a sweet tobacco fragrance. It's not overly perfumey. I know, what was the fragrance that they had last year? Was it like Gilded Leaves? Gilded Leaves kind of have a tobacco note in it. I feel like it did, but that was definitely more like perfumey. Oh, this is good. This is a really good fall winter candle. My family really liked this one. I plan on burning this with any kind of like smoky fragrances. In fact, I think this would pair really nicely with BONFIRE. Very different fragrances, but I think that they would complement each other. This just smells like, I get some of that cedarwood in here. It smells like I'm walking into like a man's like library, but it's not super heavy and dense. You know what fragrance I would love if they could get it in a candle format? Replica, which is Maison Margiela. They have a discontinued fragrance called Whispers in the Library, and that is like a very like vanilla tobacco heavy type of fragrance. Oh my goodness, it is so good. I wish that somebody would create a candle with that fragrance because it is so good. That's not what this reminds me of, but I like this one a lot. Really nice for like a good fall transitional scent, but also in the fall and winter time if you just kind of want a change up from all of the fruity, summery type of fragrances. This one will be really nice because it doesn't necessarily just scream a particular season, other than it's just more like, I think of colder weather when I smell this. So really nice fragrance. What other notes are in there? Pepper, maybe a little bit. There's some of that leather and suede. Sweet incense, I would say for sure. But yeah, the tobacco is what comes to my nose first, but it's a sweet tobacco type of scent. Really like that one. So haven't gotten to burning that one yet, but I really like it. All right, let's go ahead and shift over to some of the 3-wick fragrances that I purchased during the Memorial Day sale. I did purchase 6 fragrances during that time. So this is a candle that I have done a dedicated review on already. This is Sea Breeze. This is one of my summertime staples from Kringle Candle. I love this fragrance. Fragrance notes on this one are ozone, coconut, fruit, green, coconut amber. My pour date on this one is February 13th of 2024. This is a repurchase for me. I think this is maybe the 3rd or 4th one of these that I have bought. I love this scent. This is a coconut fragrance, but it is very much, you do get some of that ozone in there. It reminds me of actually like sitting on a beach and you have like the breeze like coming through the coconut palm, like the palm leaves and coconuts. Oh, it smells so good. It's kind of a musky coconut, but not like overly dense, heavy musky coconut. Like it's not as musky as say like Bath & Body Works Cocoa Paradise, but it's good. This one I love blending with a lot of other fragrances that I currently have in my collection, but really, really good. I do have a dedicated review on this. The performance on the one that I have in my collection already is really good. So yeah, purchased another one of these. And then I did do a dedicated review on this one, and this is a fragrance that I absolutely love, and I would take another chance on it. Although if you caught my dedicated review on it, I told you that I purchased this candle, which is Ocean Tide, in 2023, and it performed amazingly for me. I purchased it again earlier this year. I want to say it was maybe like February, March, let it sit in my collection. Lit it up earlier this month after I had made this purchase because I was like, I know I love that fragrance. I want another one in my collection. And the one that I purchased from this year is not performing at all like it did last year. Now, I did mention in one video, I can't remember which one it was now, that I do believe that Kringle, I think, was playing with the wicks. Why did they do that? They changed up the wicks, I feel like, from the 2023 version and the 2024, because I noticed that the 2024 version, I did have to dump a little bit of the wax to get the wicks to self-adjust. That much like we were running into the issue with the 2024 spring country lineup, a lot of people were finding like midway through that the wicks were starting to get that puny wick syndrome. And I found that if I dump the wax and then relight it, the wicks do then adjust. And so anyways, long story short, the wicks I feel like are different in these ones. And also there's no pour date on these candles on this one. I should let you guys know what the fragrance notes are on this: palm leaf, coconut water, fresh banana, hibiscus, tiare flower, tropical fruity, vanilla sugar, tonka bean, and musks. So I love the fragrance. It's a banana forward fragrance. You get some of those tropical florals in here as well, and the palm leaves. If you're somebody that likes, Goose Creek has like a banana palm leaf type of fragrance. Similar, not the same, but they complement each other really well. Oh, I love this one. It used to be called Paradise Breeze, but I will caution you, if this is a fragrance that I said in the dedicated review, I love enough that I will probably continue to take a chance on purchasing it moving forward. But the one that I currently have is not performing well for me. It's like got very, very minimal strength and throw. Now, I did just dump out the wax on the wicks. I haven't relit it yet, so I will keep you guys updated in my empties video if the performance got any better. But yeah, I still love that fragrance, and I figured I got that one for $12, so why not? All right, a fragrance that is new to me from the Kringle 3 wicks is Seashells. So we've got kind of this beautiful painted kind of green seashells all over this vessel. The fragrance notes on here are marine, ozone, watery, fruity, green, floral, gardenia, jasmine, rose, moss, musky, woody. So, okay. This fragrance, because I really haven't seen any reviews on it, I haven't seen anybody purchase this candle. I will tell you, I like this fragrance. It reminds me, and it's been a long time since I've smelled this, but just right off the bat, the fragrance memory that I kind of associate this fragrance with. Do you guys remember Bath & Body Works Sea Island Cotton? Do they still have that fragrance out? I don't think they do. Maybe they do, because I don't know. I don't pay attention that much. That's what this fragrance reminds me of. It reminds me of Sea Island Cotton. With that being said, This is a fragrance that I can only tolerate about 2 hours of because it is pretty strong. I get headaches from fragrances that have kind of that like cotton thing in there, and I'm trying to determine what fragrance note it would be in here exactly. I don't know if it's the rose in here mixed with the jasmine and the gardenia. I have a feeling that that might be the combo in here, which is funny though, because I mean, there is a floral element to this, but when it's been burning for a while, it definitely starts to smell like what I would say is Sea Island cotton. And any kind of like cotton fragrances, anything that's described in that fresh cottony laundry type of scent, for whatever reason, though, that is the only fragrance family that gives me a headache. And I'm talking like the headache where I almost start to feel a little bit nauseated from it. So I do have to extinguish this one after about 2 hours, but it's burning really well for me, and it's pretty strong, you guys. I would give this one a good 8 in terms of strength and throw. Pretty solid. My daughter really, really likes this fragrance, so I will probably burn it in her bedroom moving forward. But if you were curious about that fragrance, because that one, I think the only other person I've seen haul that one is Summer from Fragrance Junkie. She hauled that, and she tends to like fresh fragrances. So I'm really curious to see what her review is on that one, but I will do a dedicated post-burn review for you guys on that fragrance. All right, another candle that I purchased is Sugared Diamonds in the 3-wick. Fragrance notes on this are strawberry, red berry, baked pastry, banana, oats, cinnamon, clove, vanilla, and cooked sugar. And I actually now have to go and correct myself, because this is the candle that I was burning this morning with banana bread, and that is because this is the 3-wick version of Fruit and Flakes. Fruit and Flakes in the 2-wick is actually being discontinued by Kringle. I don't know if they completely sold out during the Memorial Day sale, but I love that fragrance. This has like a banana note to it, but there's like some like fresh oats in the background. There's a little bit of spice. It's not red hot cinnamon spice. You do get some of that, like a little bit of cinnamon, clove, vanilla in there. It's kind of sugary, but I don't really get a baked pastry, but I do get banana. I don't really get strawberries or berry at all in here. But, oh, I love this one. I loved Fruit and Flakes. It's always been a repurchase for me since they've had it. And so I thought, you know what? I do want to go ahead and try it out in the 3-wick format. So I've done a couple of burns on this one so far, performing really well for me. Does this one have a pour date on it? No, it does not. So we will see. But all of these, you guys, I will do some post-burn reviews on. Like I said, I've already done post-burn reviews on Ocean Tide and Sea Breeze. So I will keep you guys updated on them. And then another summer candle, which I know has been well loved by Kringle for a long time. This is another fragrance that I had in a Daylight. My daughter really, really loves this scent. And so I thought, you know what, while it was on sale, it was the perfect time for me to pick up the 3-wick. This is Fiji. So the fragrance notes on Fiji are kiwi blossom, pineapple nectar, pear, green coconut, mandarin, muguet, frangipani, orchid, amber, musk, vanilla. Pour date on this specific candle is January 12th of 2024. And I burned this one a few times too. This is really nice. This is like a tropical vacation, but it's not sunscreeny. It's slightly aquatic to my nose, but you get some of those tropical florals in here. Maybe a little bit of frangipani, which I do tend to see that in some like sunscreen type of fragrances, but this isn't a sunscreen type of candle to me. It does remind me of like if I were to go to like the Hawaiian Islands, which I've never been to Hawaii, but this in my mind is like, I think of like waterfalls and being surrounded by like a lush tropical jungle. Kiwi blossom, pineapple nectar. I don't really get like pineapple, maybe a little bit of kiwi in here. I do smell some kiwi, green coconut, mandarin. It's funny. It's like fruity, but floral, but not. It's more of like a green, fresh, tropical type of scent to my nose. A little bit of an aquatic. I like it. I like it a lot. I actually have one of these in the car. What is it? The car air fresheners, whatever, you know, like the ones that are just hanging. You know that Kringle did release some of those. I really, really like the, there's one called Beach, is it Beachside? Beach something. I'll post a picture of it here. That one was phenomenal. I love that fragrance. But I do have one of Fiji, and I would say in my expedition, it lasted about 3 weeks worth of fragrance. So those are pretty good. But I'll do an updated burn review on that one for you guys. And then I did decide to go ahead and purchase a candle as we are going to be heading into fall in a couple of months. There was one that caught my eye. Now I believe that this was released in the 3-wick fruit collection that they did a few months ago. So this is Apple Leaf. Fragrance notes on here are not listed. Pour date of February 13th, 2024. So this to me definitely smells, this smells like early fall. This is more definitely like an apple tree fragrance more than it is like the actual fruit of an apple. I get kind of like a woody, almost like the stem. I think it's appropriately named Apple Leaf because there is like a woodiness to this, not cologne-y woodiness, not anything like that, but definitely like the stem of an apple tree. Like if you were to freshly pick an apple and that smell that comes off of the stem, that's what this smells like to me. I actually do like this. I think it'll pair really nicely with a lot of other apple fragrances that I have in my collection. I think this is one that I actually could see myself burning in, oh, what month would that be? August. Something about it actually kind of reminds me of Homeworks' Heirloom Orchard. Yeah, it just reminds me of being in like an apple orchard. It smells really, really good. I like it. So I will get to burning that one. You probably won't see a post-burn review on that for a couple of months, but those are the candles that I have recently hauled from Kringle Candles. So I know that the 3 wicks, I don't believe those are currently on sale. And these country candles, they were just released 2 weeks ago, but I do know that a few of you guys were curious about some post-burn thoughts on those. Like I said, don't take those as my dedicated post-burn reviews on them, but if you wanted some just like initial thoughts on that candle, here they are for you. So anyways, I have somebody at the door, so I need to go. Don't forget tomorrow during the reserve lineup, there is, they are releasing those at 12 p.m. tomorrow Eastern Standard Time over on the Kringle website. Let's see, sorry, I'm a little bit distracted right now. Tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the new reserve candles will be being launched. My discount code is Katie15 if you want to save 15% off of your purchase. That is an affiliate discount code that is eligible for a commission, so only use that if you are comfortable doing so. Let me know in the comment box down below, are you interested in any of these new country limited edition candles, or what has your experience been with any of the 3 wicks? I always like to hear what your feedback is on those. Please don't forget to hit thumbs up if you like this video, if you found it helpful. Hit the old thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you are new. I talk about all kinds of candle content here. And until my next one, you guys, I want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.